guys, welcome back to Make Away Life Coaching. My name is Sarah and I'm the life coach here. All right, we're jumping right back, super short. This whole series I'm trying to keep short and simple for you. We're learning about the 5 love languages because I think all of us need to build up our marriage a little bit right now with intentionality. And the thing I love about the love languages is it's easy and it works because we don't want to try things that don't work because we don't have any energy to waste right now. Thank you, COVID. So today we're going to talk about the love language of words of affirmation. That's mine. It means being nice to me. Just kidding. Building somebody up with your words. When I took the quiz many years ago with my husband, we were doing it in a small group. We were doing a marriage study in a small group. Great idea. Maybe you want to do that in your own life. And I took the quiz and I was like, oh, words of affirmation. I wonder if that's true. Because I feel like I want it to be gifts. I think I would like an excuse for my husband to buy me more things all the time. But in the book, Gary Chapman tells you, well, think about what you do to love others because that is an example of how you want to be loved. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm definitely words of affirmation because I do love to build people up with my words. I'm an extremely encouraging person, at least I think I am. And so anyway, that was mine. I think Nick thought that was pretty stressful. He's not a talker. He's a strong silent type. So he had to talk more, which was hard. And anyway, let me just start with what Gary says here. I encourage you to, if your spouse is words of affirmation, I encourage you to read the whole chapter, but he does have this cheat sheet at the end of every chapter. Words of affirmation is on page 51. One of the things he says is set a goal to give your spouse a different compliment every day for 1 month. I love that idea because if you're not good at that, doing it every day for 30 days is going to set you in, it's going to like start rewiring the brain to make you want to do it and better at it. I think that's a really great way to start off. He talks about keeping a log. Smart, so you know you did it. The other thing he says, well, there's many things. Another one that I really like is this one. Write a love letter, a love paragraph, or a love sentence to your spouse and give it quietly or with fanfare. You may someday find your love letter tucked away in some special place. Words are important, okay? So if your partner is words of affirmation, words are important whether you like it or not. So learn how to do it. I will tell you, my experience in life is that people who are maybe not supernatural at building people up with their words, it's really vulnerable to do it with your mouth. So saying it to somebody face to face is the most vulnerable way to share words of affirmation. So you don't have to start that way. If it's easier for you, send an email, send a letter, send a text. So do it, but start with maybe the less vulnerable, less personal way so that you're building your muscle. And then realize at some point you do need to add the face-to-face. It's just like a really important thing for words of affirmation people. They want to like look into your eyes when you say it. So sorry if that's bad news, but oh well, accept it and move on. We're doing what works and this is what works, okay, people? So here's a pitfall I want to warn you about. It happened in my marriage all the time. When Nick was first starting this, okay, so I'm an Enneagram 8, which means I so appreciated him trying, but I was also like super willing to tell him that it wasn't working. Sorry, gosh, I'm really a handful, I'm telling you. So when Nick first started, he would be like, I love that dress. Or I love your hair, or something, I don't even know it. And then me, being my full self, was like, wow, you love my dress? I'll tell the dressmaker in China that you thought her work was great. Okay, yes, that was snarky. I've come a long way. At least I hope I have. Since those days. That was actually before therapy, so I blame, I don't know. I don't blame myself. I needed help. But the thing about words of affirmation is it's easy to fall in the trap of complimenting the thing or the action. Words of affirmation need to build up the person. I know. Read Brene Brown's work. You're going to have to be vulnerable. whether you like it or not. That's what words of affirmation requires. And I will tell you, if my husband can do it, anyone can do it. He has pointed out to me over the years that apparently I don't hear half the stuff he says that are words of affirmation. I'm not convinced of it. But he'll be like, well, I already did tell you you look beautiful today. I was like, no, you didn't. And so I am working on trying to have better ears to hear the words of affirmation, because that would be lame if I'm asking for it and then refusing to hear it. Although I wouldn't put it past me. It sounds like something I might try in my subconscious. So anyway, build up the person with your words. Practice in whatever way you need. If it's a letter or an email, start there. But eventually, please try to get eye to eye with the person, because it's going to mean more to them and you're going to build them up more. That's it. Come back. I'm going to be talking about the... now I'm going to go into my kids' love languages, at least what I think they are, because that's just easier for me to talk about. So the next one we're going to talk about is gifts. So come back in 2 weeks. And all of you lucky duckies whose love language is gifts, you're going to be so happy because now your partner has to give you things. I wish that were mine. That sounds great. But, and if your partner is a gifts person, I think you just go off easy, because now you just have to go like buy them stuff and give them flowers and all this other stuff. But anyway, come back in 2 weeks. We're going to talk about it. I hope you are well. Make sure you subscribe below so that you know when our videos come out every 2 weeks. YouTube will just tell you. Isn't that great? I hope you're